Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. Today, Afenifere, a big group that represents the Yoruba people, just said a loud no to a bill from the National Assembly. This bill wants to give local rights like owning land or running for office to people who have lived in a place for 10 years or married someone from there. It's a hot topic and I'm going to break it down super simple so you can all get what's happening. Alright, so here is the deal. This bill came up in the House of Representatives, pushed by Deputy Speaker Benjamin Okezie Kalu and a few other lawmakers. It passed its second reading on March 26, 2025, which means it's moving forward, but it's not a law yet. The big idea is if you've lived somewhere for 10 years or you marry a local, you can become an indigene of that place. In Nigeria, being an indigene is not just a title, it's about rights tied to where your family is from, like owning land or getting certain jobs. So this bill could shake things up big time. It's still being debated and it's got to go through more steps like committee reviews and another votes before it's official. But already it's got people talking, especially the Afenifere who said a big no. Afenifere came out swinging. They dropped a statement from their spokesperson, Jare Ajayi, in Ibadan, saying this bill is trouble waiting to happen. Their biggest worry is that it could spark fights between ethnic groups like the Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo. Nigeria has got over 250 ethnic groups and there is already tension between locals and people who move in. So Afenifere is like, hey, we are already dealing with clashes over land and power, why make it worse? They think some people might use this law to grab control of areas or push their influence, which could mess with the balance of who is in charge there. Ajayi even hinted it might be about hegemonic desires or territorial expansion, fancy words for saying some groups could try to take over. They are worried it could bring back old conflicts or start new ones, especially since there is already bad blood in some places. Plus, Afenifere is big on keeping indigenship special. They say it's about your roots, where your ancestors are from, not just how long you've been somewhere or who you marry. They're asking the National Assembly to ditch this bill and work on something else, like making Nigeria more united overall. They even reminded everyone that a similar bill crashed and burned back in 2020, so maybe this one is doomed too. Now here is where it gets juicy. Just one day before Afenifere speak out, on April 2nd, 2025, the Sultan of Sokoto said a totally different thing. He's a big leader up north, and during a Salah event, he said states should stop treating people like non-indigenes. In Sokoto, he said they treat everyone who lives there like they belong and it keeps the peace. It's all about bringing people together, no matter where they are originally from. So now, Afenifere is saying, protect our roots, and the Sultan is saying, let's all just get along. You see, that's talk about a clash of ideas. As of today, this bill is still in play. It's past the second reading, but there is a long road ahead, more debates and more votes. Afenifere is hoping the lawmakers listen to their warning and stop the bill. They are not the only ones against it either. Another Yoruba group called Think Yoruba First also said no, worried about losing their culture. But there are people out there who like the bill, thinking it could make Nigeria feel more like one big family. It's a tug of war between keeping tradition strong and building something new. This news is not just some boring law thing, blah 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 blah. It's about how Nigeria holds itself together. With so many ethnic groups, bills like this can either bring people closer or push them apart. Afenifere is standing up for Nigeria identity, saying, don't mess with our heritage. But the Sultan's got a point too. Maybe treating everyone like they belong could calm things down. It's a big question. Can Nigeria mix all these different cultures without losing what makes each one special? Think about it. Land fights, power struggles, and ethnic sex tensions aren't new here. If this bill passes, it could change who gets a say in places they weren't born in. That might sound fair to some, but to others, it's like giving away what's theirs. What's your take? Could this unite Nigeria or is it a receipt for chaos? So that's the scoop. Afenifere's rejection is loud and clear. They are not here for this bill. The National Assembly is still figuring it out, and voices like the Sultans are keeping the debate alive. It's a big moment for Nigeria, and we'll have to wait and see what happens next. For now, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Afenifere is right to worry, or should Nigeria go for this change? Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Subscribe for more of this video, and catch you in the next video. Peace out.